Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting's finale here at the SESRA Dirt Season 3. This is the finale from Knoxville tonight. My name's Josh Hall, and we're looking forward to 50 laps here at Knoxville. It should be an exciting one. We've got a points season wrapping up. If we take a look at the points coming into tonight, and Scott Fritz has a commanding lead, and if the math is correct, he is officially your point series champion as he showed up here tonight in the finale. See Scott out on track right now, turning some laps. Again, thank you for joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting for the SESRA Dirt Season finale here at Knoxville. And it should be a great one here. These guys always put on a great show. I do apologize, we are not broadcasting on E-Racing TV tonight, as I did have a little technical issues going on. That's why the late start. We're actually here in warm-up right now, and we'll take a look at your starting order in just a moment, but we got just a little bit left here. We got about 7.5 minutes left of warm-up here before we go racing. So you see Scott Fritz here running some laps. He's got, I believe that's Austin Hahn right behind him. Jason Anderson also out on track. Again, this is warm up now as we're going to be going racing in about 6.5 minutes. And don't forget to join us tonight after this one, as we're going to have the Extreme Forces Cup Series, Tuesday Night Tussle Cup Series, brought to you by Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing. And they will be taking on Texas Motor Speedway. No, I'm sorry, Auto Club tonight. So that will be a good one. Watching the next-gen cars run around Auto Club should be a good show there as well. So don't forget to join us for that at about 9:45 Eastern Time, as we got about 6 minutes before we rock and roll here at Nashville. Right now, Michael Ashnet at the top of the board in practice here in warm-up. Tyler Berry not too far behind, though. Actually, looking at the board here, we can see, Tyler Berry just went to the top. I was going to say, these guys pretty much just all ran identical times, so Tyler Berry just bested Ashnet with an 18:07. All top three, Tyler, Ashnet, and Fritz, all ran a 18:13. See Mike Ashnet here in the orange 81. Austin Hahn right behind him, having a little battle on track and warm up. Get an idea how this track races. Again, they're going to do 50 laps here at Knoxville in the dirt late models. Looks like we're going to have 6 cars taking the grid. Even though it's going to be a short field, it won't be short on intensity. That's for sure. Again, thanks for joining us tonight here on Intensity for the SESRA finale. Sorry, we do have another league that we broadcast, the SCSRA. Scott Fritz again, mathematically your champion for showing up tonight. So for him, it's just all about having some fun. And now the battle is going to be who's going to take home second place. Drew Layton, the other car in the field tonight, has not turned any laps in warm-up here. Looks like he's saving his stuff for the race tonight. We see Tyler Berry running down Scott Fritz here. And we know Knoxville is a racy track. We're going to see guys run the low line, run the high line. My experience at that track is stay away from that berm on the inside. Can really upset the car. So we ride along with Tyler here. You can see Tyler actually working on that berm as he gets around Scott, and now he's going to move up to the high side. We see Scott working now down to the bottom. See the dirt flying? And they're pretty much wide open all the way around this track here at Knoxville, almost like a super speedway for these guys. And they're able to work the high side, the low side, so the racing here should be fun to watch, because we're going to have 50 laps here at Nashville Speedway. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the SESRA season finale that Scott Fritz has wrapped up the championship here and looking to finish out the season here. This is season 3. Don't forget to join us afterwards for the Extreme Forces Next Gen Cup Series from Auto Club. That'll go off at about 9:30 Eastern Time, so you don't want to miss that as well. Yeah, just about 2 minutes before we go racing here at Knoxville. As you can see, these guys, all 4 of them battling in warm-up here. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Knoxville, it is half-mile banked dirt oval located in the Marion County Fairgrounds here in Knoxville, Iowa. And it's known as the sprint car capital of the world. As sprint car races are held every Saturday night from April through September. We also have on location the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, located right outside of Turn 2 here in Knoxville, which if you actually ride on board, you can see that as they come down the front stretch and head towards Turn 1. And you can see that building right there on the right as they come off of turn number 2. There it is. So a great track with a lot of history. Anytime you get late models on dirt, it's always a good show. As warm-up looks like it's going to be complete. And we're going to get ready for 50 laps of wild racing here at Knoxville. So let's take a look at your starting grid. And starting on pole tonight, that 500 machine of Tyler Berry with Austin Hahn starting to his outside. Scott Fritz rolling off in third with Drew Layton in fourth. Jason Anderson and Michael Ashnet round out the field. Like I said, small field tonight, but won't be small on action as these guys battle for 50 laps here at Knoxville Speedway. And the pace truck is rolling. We're getting ready to go racing. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight on Tuesday night for some dirt late model action in our Tuesday night doubleheader. Being the last race of the season and not a lot on the line, Tyler Berry is not going to give up that pole position. These guys do run a rule that if the pole sitter drops to the tail end of the field and takes an EOL, he'll get a bonus point for every car he passes. Looks like tonight with Scott Fritz clinching the championship, Tyler Berry's just going to try to lead every single lap and win this thing from the pole. Also, these guys run it a little more true to life. They do not have a reset in the pocket, so if they are involved in an accident and have too much damage and cannot continue on, that will end their race. So we're getting ready to go racing here as the pace truck's about to take that hard left-hand turn. On the pit road, Tyler Berry's going to lead him down to the starting line. As we get ready for 50 laps here at Knoxville, Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Knoxville, and a good jump for Austin Hahn on that outside, able to pull right alongside Tyler Berry there, and they're still side by side. As they go into turn 3, and Tyler Berry's going to get the advantage here as they come off of turn number 4 for the first time, and Tyler Berry easily takes the lead and starts to pull away from Austin Hahn. Drew Layton hanging back there in third. And Scott Fritz in fourth, as we've got two cars, Jason Anderson and Michael Ashnet, who are a bit off pace right now. As the battle right now is for second, as Drew Layton is all over that back bumper of the 7 of Austin Hahn and trying to find a way around him. And as those two continue to battle, that's going to let Scott Fritz up into this battle as well. And the yellow flag is out. It looks like Michael Ashton might have had some issues and caused the yellow here. See if we can see what happened to him here. Well, this is right off the initial start here. Oh, and Jason Anderson just gets into the back of the 81. And Jason has a bit of a wild ride over that berm as well. So we'll re-rack, restack, and refire here at Knoxville. The lights are still on the pace truck. We're getting ready to turn those lights off and go back green flag racing. Tyler Berry's going to lead them back down to the restart zone. Doesn't look like too much damage between the 81 and the 05 back there, so they're going to continue on. Lights are still on the pace truck. Up now they're off as they just crossed the start-finish line. We're getting ready to go refire here and go back green flag racing. We are working lap number 3. Pace truck pulls off here off of turn number 4, and Tyler Berry's going to lead them back down to the restart zone. And he hits the loud pedal, immediately gets back to the gas, and green flag is back out. A great jump for Tyler Berry. That's going to allow Drew Layton to pull right alongside and get around the 7 of Austin Hahn. And Austin in that Busch Light machine is going to try to fight back to the inside, not able to quite get there just yet, as Layton's going to have a little better run off the high side. And again, side by side off of turn number 2. While they're battling, that's going to allow Scott Fritz to come up into this battle as well. And it's going to allow Tyler Berry to start to pull away. And here comes the 81 of Ashnet now, looking underneath of Scott Fritz. That's a battle for fourth place back here. So it looks like Scott's starting to bite his time just a little bit, like waiting for the action to happen up front. Again, he's got the championship locked up, so he's just out there having a bit of a joyride as you see Austin Hahn working back down to the inside of Drew Layton as they continue side by side off of turn number 4. Oh, almost a little contact between the 7 and the 24. As they're battling real hard, and that's exactly what the 81 wants to see. Because if one of those cars makes a mistake, he's going to be right there to pounce. But now he's got Scott Fritz all over his back bumper. As we start to work lap number 10, Tyler Berry continues to lead from the pole. Austin Hahn still trying to find his way around that 24 machine. Great views there as these cars rip around this 1.5 mile dirt oval. Austin Hahn keeps looking down to the inside, just cannot complete the pass as Layton's getting a little better drive off on that high lane. But as the race goes on, I imagine that bottom lane is going to start to come in. Austin Hahn's really trying to get that bottom lane working though, as he's right there against the berm. Able to pull alongside, but just not able to complete the pass. See right behind Michael Ashton and Scott Fritz. Now Fritz looking down to the inside of the 81. Again, another car right able to pull right alongside, but just not able to get the power down on that low side to keep the momentum shifting forward to get him moving forward. Austin Hahn throws a big one, big slider in there again, but not able to clear the 24. Now you've got these 4 cars under a blanket, and Tyler Berry continues to pull away. And now Austin Hahn's going to have to compete with the 81 of Ashnet, who's right there on his bumper. And Ashnet was almost to the inside of Hahn that time. Now Hahn moves back down to the bottom. Again, really trying to get that low side working, but just not able at this time to really get hooked up down there. As we see 4 different cars running 4 different lines. Oh, Layton up into the wall. That's going to kill his momentum. That's going to let Austin Hahn really get alongside. No, it's not. Hahn is not able to take advantage of Layton getting into the wall. Now he is. There goes Austin Hahn throwing the big slider up the track. Able to stay off of the 24 machine, and now he's going to clear. I thought he was going to clear Layton with a slider there off of turn number 4, but not able to get it done. Now Scott Fritz under attack from Michael Ashnet again. Ashnet makes it 3 wide through the corner. And Hans was all that was for naught as he's back. Has to slide back behind the 24. Now we can see that bottom lane is starting to come in. Ooh, a little contact between Hahn and Layton there. But that bottom lane is now starting to come in a little bit. And we're seeing Austin Hahn throw it in there hard. Oh, 3 wide contact between Fritz and Ashnet. They're able to keep going. Fritz now way up the track, overshoots the cushion there. And Austin Hahn finally gets around the 24 of Layton. And now he's going to start working the, looks like he's going to stay down more on that bottom line. through 1 and 2. Now Drew Layton's got the 81 coming to his back bumper, and Scott Fritz right there as well, trying to keep the pressure on. Meanwhile, Tyler Berry has pulled out to almost a 2-second lead over Austin Hahn. As next time by, we'll be approaching the halfway mark. As these 4 cars still under a blanket trying to gain some positions. Now the 81 throws it down on the bottom lane, throws a big slider. Layton up on the berm. He's able to hold on to it, but he's going to lose that position to Ashnet, and Layton now trying to keep Scott Fritz behind him. So big move there from the 81 to move himself up in the 3rd position. Now Scott Fritz working around, trying to get around the 24 here. He's going to put it down on the bottom side, try to get that big run off the bottom, see if he can throw it in here and throw the big slider that we've seen both Hahn and Ashnet throw on Layton here. But just Scott Fritz just not able to get there. Tries to throw the slider, a little contact. And those 2 cars both get a little out of shape, but it looks like Fritz is going to be able to make the move here. Hanging on the low side. Here comes Layton back on the high side. Now the crossover move from Layton to get himself down on the bottom around Fritz. Now Layton with a slider of his own gets some hard contact with the 48. That's going to move Layton back into the 4th position. Meanwhile, up front, Austin Hahn and Michael Ashnet now going at it, as Ashnet's trying to work that high side to get around the 7 of Austin Hahn. As they come off of turn number 4. We have just 20 laps to go. Here comes Ashnet now. Back down to the bottom, trying to make something work. Not able to get the speed or the grip down there that he wants. So he's going to work back to the high side here. We saw that low line come and go real quick, and now we're seeing the same thing, as the low lane seems not to be the lane. Austin Hahn working that kind of middle lane there through the corner. Meanwhile, up front, Tyler Berry just total control right now, over a 2-second lead. In cruise control. Doing a little bit of a diamond here, entering real high, cutting down in the middle. That seems to be the fastest way around for that 500 machine right now. Scott Fritz and Drew Layton still going at it back here. Fritz looking back to the inside. Layton back again into the wall. That's going to allow Fritz to try to get the run on the high side. Not going to happen, though, because he's going to have to tuck back in behind the 24. Now he's going to look down to the inside and throw it in there hard. Going to try to throw the slider yet again. He catches the berm just a little too much, and that's going to keep Layton in front of that 48 machine. So again, just not able to complete the pass there. Trying to do all he can to get himself up there. This is the best battle on track right now. Drew Layton, Scott Fritz still battling hard with 13 laps to go. And Austin Hahn, Michael Ashnet now side by side as Hahn's working the high side. He's going to take over the second position from Ashnet. Now that 81 machine is going to use that high lane so he can catch back up to Austin Hahn. Again, Ashnet thinking about using the bumper there, just not able to get to that back bumper. Some more great side-by-side racing. Meanwhile, Scott Fritz has cleared the 24 of Drew Layton, and Layton's trying to work that low lane again to try to get back on by. As that's going on, we're still side-by-side here for second place with Austin Hahn and Michael Ashnet. We have just 10 laps to go, 10 laps here at Knoxville. And Tyler Berry out to a 2.5 second lead over Michael Ashnet and Austin Hahn. Now Ashnet back into the second position, and Hahn trying to throw one in here, but just not able to get the momentum on the low line. Ashnet ran a real defensive line off the corner to try to keep that 7 car behind him. Meanwhile, Scott Fritz has cleared Drew Layton, and he's starting to pull away from that 24 machine. So now the battle on track is going to be for second place, unless we were to get a caution. Austin Hahn doing everything he can to try to get around that 81 machine. As Tyler Berry comes off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch, we have just 5 laps to go as they cross the line this time. And the yellow flag is out. It looks like Drew Layton had some issues here. Let's see if we can see what happened to Drew Layton, as he was running all by himself here trying to run down Scott Fritz, and looks like he just over-rotated. Tried to catch it, wasn't able to. Locks it down as Jason Anderson comes by, and that brings out the yellow flag. So Tyler Berry's lead is now erased. He's going to tighten up the field, and this is going to change everything, as this brings Scott Fritz right back into the battle. It also brings Austin Hahn and Michael Ashnet right up into back up to the back bumper of Tyler Berry, and unless Tyler has a great restart, these guys have a chance to get themselves in victory lane tonight. So we take the green flag, we'll have just 6 laps to go. Don't forget, if you're watching, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe here to Intensity Broadcasting, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Also, don't forget to join us at about 9:30, 9:45, as we're going to get the Extreme Forces Racing League Next Gen Cup Series from Auto Club, as we are single file for this restart. Lights on the pace truck are off. We're going to go back green flag racing as they come back to the starting line. Oh, sorry, we're coming off of turn number 4. We're back to the restart zone. Tyler Berry back to the gas. Green flags back in the air. A great jump for Berry. And Hahn and Ashnet still going at it. Scott Fritz with the good jump as well. Drew Layton all the way back into 6th position. As now Ashnet's got a chance here, as he is still all over the back bumper of Tyler Berry. As we have just 4 laps to go. Count it, 3 laps to go when they come by the line this time. And Ashnet able to stay right there with Berry, starting to pull away from Austin Hahn just a little bit. Han's trying to get back to that bumper, but just not able to get there. We have just 3 laps to go. Now, Ashnet to the inside. They make some contact. That's going to get Tyler Berry way out of shape. 2 laps to go. Ashnet still looking to the inside of Tyler Berry. Berry with the big run off the high side, and Ashnet's going to have to slide back in and try it one more time. Is he going to be able to throw the big slide job here on the last lap as they come off of turn number 4? White flag is in the air. Ashnet's got 2 sets of corners to try to get this done. Now Austin Hahn trying to battle back as they come down the backstretch. Can Ashnet do anything in turn number 4? Puts the bumper. There's up on the roof. Austin Hahn's going to come home second. Drew Layton is going to come home third after the contact with Michael Ashnet and Tyler Berry. But Tyler Berry is going to get the win here at Knoxville. And Austin Hahn is going to be your champion. What a crazy turn of events on the last lap. As Tyler Berry tries to get some burnouts down there. Down in the muck and the mud. Do you know it's hard to get these things to do a burnout, but he's trying to do everything he can. Now he's going to do a little bit of a Polish victory lap here. A great run for Tyler Berry. So here are your results here. Tyler Berry leads every lap and wins it from the pole, with Austin Hahn coming home in second, Drew Layton in third. Jason Anderson comes home fourth, with Michael Ashnet fifth, and Scott Fritz coming home sixth. But Fritz really didn't need to do anything to win the championship tonight. He just had to show up. So the last place finish for him isn't going to hurt him at all. As we get ready to interview our top 3 plus our winner, our champion tonight. So let's pull in our third place finisher, Drew Layton. Drew, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do. What's going on, Josh?
Man, wild finish there to come home third. You were running up there pretty much all night, had a little contact, fell back to the back, able to drive yourself back up there with that caution, and then do the racing in front of you with Tyler Berry and Michael Ashnet. You were able to sneak on in the third. How was the track tonight? It looked like the track was really racy during the middle course of the race, but kind of went away at the end. Is that kind of what you were feeling out there?
Yes, sir, it definitely went away, Josh. It was a one-man show, really, one-man track tonight for sure. That was a crazy finish. I, got to thank T-Berry for sure. Me and him have been practicing a lot together for here tonight.
Yeah, it really showed as Tyler was able to dominate from the drop the green flag. And, that last lap, when you saw them wrecking in front of you, what was your thoughts as you saw that?
Dude, I'm not even going to lie to you, Josh. I closed my eyes and just held it wide open.
Sometimes that's what you got to do, though.
Yeah, no doubt. It definitely paid off, I guess.
Well, again, congratulations on the podium tonight. Anybody you want to thank? Any shout-outs you got to give before we let you go?
Yes, sir. Definitely the T-Berry Motorsports team and 605 Tire Solution. I got to give a big shout-out to them guys.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the podium tonight. And hopefully as next season comes around, we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Hopefully.
Don't see Austin here in the waiting room. Let's bring in your winner tonight, Tyler Berry. Tyler, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you, Josh.
Man, domination from the drop of the green flag, winning the pole, completely just dominating the race tonight. It looked like there's a lot of racing going on behind you. But the track really just looked like it would seem to be in your favor there tonight.
Yeah, it it turned out really well. And first off, I was like, yeah, we're not taking the EOL. Scott's got the championship, so we'll try to get another W. Finally played out. We pulled away for a while, and then that caution came out. That had me. I was just kind of playing with lines out there, trying to see which lines are quicker. But while I was doing that, Michael was catching up to me and dragging me down. But I think he got me by a second by the end of that caution. But yeah, that was my heart was racing at the end of that because I didn't know where quite to go and what lines to run. But we held her off, and luckily I didn't get tied up with Michael because he's gonna try to shoot under me, thinking I was gonna do a little slide line again, and we got together. But anyways, good racing with him, and congrats, Drew Layton, on your first third.
Yeah, talk us through that last lap there. I know Leighton was doing. I'm sorry, Ashnet was doing everything he could to try to get the W from you, and I know you guys made some contact. Were you expecting that, or were you expecting a little more contact, or what out there?
No, that's just what I was expecting. We usually race really hard next to each other in any race, so I was expecting it, but just sucks that he had to get spun out because of that. But that was a good finish.
Well, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, thank you. I gotta thank T-Berry Motorsports. We went 1-3 again and got the win tonight. Added another win to the roster, and Scott picked up the championship, so another championship coming home. So can't be more thankful for them guys for a good season. I gotta thank Majula C Speed Shop and Blake Majulis for helping me out recently. Crow River Signs, Wrath Racing ATV UTV, Dynamic Designs, Scott Fritz Designs, 605 Racing and Tire Solutions. Of course, you Josh, for hopping on the season and always doing a great job broadcasting. God appreciate you. And then Jason, of course, for throwing on this league. And lastly, just gotta thank my girlfriend Lizzie.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Had some issues with the stream, so you will only be able to find this on Intensity Broadcasting tonight. I apologize for that. We're gonna get that fixed up for next time. But again, great talking with you, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon. I am gonna drag Scott in here for a minute, so if you want to let him know, I'll be pulling him in.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Josh.
So as your winner tonight, Tyler Berry. Let's talk to our second place finisher, Austin Hahn. Austin, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, wild finish there. I know you were kind of had the catbird view for that one there. Were you expecting that hard contact between Tyler and Michael, and were you just hoping that you'd be able to sneak through there if something was to happen?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was just running her hard, trying to stay in there, but I knew those guys were gonna battle out till the finish line, and I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just threw it into 3 and hope it came out of 4 all right. But man, I feel bad for Mike.
Yeah, for sure. And you seem to be the first person to start working that low lane in, and it looked like it was working for you towards the early portion of the race, and then kind of went away. Was that what you were kind of hoping that was going to stay there, or did it just go away too fast for you? You just weren't able to make any big moves after that.
So, it was there most of the race. I could still find it if I really drove it in hard, but it was starting to slick off. You know, I really had to hit my marks to make it work down there, and I was just trying to hold them off. I saw after fighting with Drew there at the beginning, I knew if I didn't hit my marks, I wasn't going to be fast. And once it slicked off and the guys started coming behind me, I just knew I had to try and hit it. And if I didn't, try and drive it out with whatever worked.
Well, for sure. Well, great job tonight with the second place finish. And anybody you want to thank, any shots you got to give before we let you go?
I got to thank you, Josh, for broadcasting all year long. It was a good time. I got to thank Jason for putting this on, and I got to thank my teammates at Knoxville Racing for leaving me out here all year by myself.
Well, again, nice job tonight with the second place finish, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
And finally, we're going to bring in our championship winner tonight, Scott Fritz. Scott, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
I know normally we don't, interview the last place finisher, but because you won the championship, we had to bring you in here and talk with you about that. And pretty much you just had to show up tonight And that's all you really did. You weren't pushing the issue too much, but it still looked like you had a couple good battles going on back there, especially towards the middle part of the race.
Yeah, track was just way too heavy for me to go anywhere. I was being really patient there with Drew, and it just everyone else kind of got away battling there with Drew. It was so hard to pass just because the track was so heavy. But yeah, and then there at the end, it kind of got myself in a bad spot and wrecked myself there. But it was still a good race for the most part, and the consistency throughout the season is what won us this championship. So.
Yeah, for sure, and bring home another championship for T-Berry Motorsports. That's got to feel pretty good right there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Tyler won it last year, and then I won it this year, and I'm pretty sure Tyler brought it home second. So, really good season for T-Berry.
For sure, you guys pretty much dominated the season between wins and the championship here tonight. And before we let you go, again, congratulations on the championship. I know you got a few people you want to thank, so I'll let you get that out of the way.
Yeah, just T-Berry and everything for a great season, and we ran well all season, and 2 cars on the podium tonight. We almost had all 3 there, even the top 4 there, but a little bit issue there at the end. But and then Wrath, ATV, UTV, 65 Race Tire Solutions, Majula Say Speed Shop, my girlfriend, and you in the booth for dealing with us all season, and especially Jason for putting this on and putting up with us all season. He goes through a lot, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so thanks to him.
For sure, and this is my first time broadcasting dirt, and I had a blast with it. I learned a lot, and hopefully I get to do it again with you guys if you guys have another season.
Yeah, you did a great job, and hope to see you back.
Thank you, sir, and congrats again. We'll talk to you again.
Yep, thank you, Josh.
So there you have it. Your champion, Scott Fritz, here in the finale of the SESRA Dirt Season number 3. Again, congratulations to him. Thank you to Jason Anderson, the league admin, for putting this show on, bringing us on. We do appreciate that here at Intensity Broadcasting. Don't forget, if you're watching, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch. I'm sorry, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter at Intensity Broad 1. And yeah, again, congratulations. Don't forget, we have our second race of the night coming up in just a little bit. That'll be the Extreme Motorsports Next Gen Cup Series from Auto Club Speedway. So that's going to kick off at about 9:45. So join us back for that. And as always, as our boy Atlee Hatman would say, over